Slania, I'm Corvus Bruxo and you're watching Starting Out Solitary. This week's topic is if we believe in the devil or Satan and if we walk with him. So this is a very deep and extensive topic. I won't be able to address it all. I have re-recorded this for technical issues a great number of times. So I will be going point by point in order to try to get the main things, because this is a very juicy topic. First, I am a very opinionated person. English isn't my native tongue. My vocabulary is hence somewhat limited. So if I say something that may sound insulting, I'm saying it jokingly. Don't take it as an insult. First point, what is the devil? In this, I agree with most of what Melissa the Dreadful Mystic and Michael the Deviant Witch said. To me, the devil, Satan, and Lucifer are completely different entities. But I accept that these are kind of titles that can be applied to all of these three entities interchangeably. So the devil, which I refer, and some trad witches refer as the folkloric devil, is more like kind of a spiritual or fairy figure. It is overlapped and intertwined and blended with local spirits, spirits of the place, local minor deities, etc. That is a very witchy thing that I think denying it makes no good and only creates a false environment around witchcraft. Okay, devil. Devil comes from diabolus, Latin, and diabolos, Greek, and it means a slanderer or accuser. Pretty much like Satan, which I think is Hebrew, but if not, it's Aramaic. It means opposer. And if you see in the Bible, originally Satan was a term referred to a different number of things that in later translations was put as one figure manifesting through different forms, such as a tempting snake, a dragon, stuff of that nature. But originally they were separated things, separated phenomena, if you want to call it that. So there's a period of time that pretty much happened the same with the devil and its derivatives. Like, many historians aren't so sure if, for the way of speaking about them, if the devil or devils refers to local figures, local spirits, local deities, mythological beings believed by farmers and countryside people, etc., or if it refers to the fallen angel. So I have to disagree with some of my co-hosts that the devil hasn't anything to do with witchcraft or pagan witchcraft or paganism, and that they don't understand what they use it. The devil is also a pagan thing, but it's a pagan thing that lasts after the coming of Christianity and the change of language. Then you have Lucifer, that's the fallen angel, but there's also Lucifer that is from Roman mythology. People believe that Lucifer comes from the Bible. That's also inaccurate. It's from Roman mythology. Look for it. So yeah, but as an angelic creature, I align with the Luciferian viewpoint that he rebelled against God because he was being unfair and cruel to humanity and was accused of being the root of all evil when he wasn't. That is my belief, and that's my approach to each of these entities. Satan is probably the one that I use the least, because to me it embodies all these root of all evil things. The folklore devil is the one that I approach the most, and the Luciferian version of Lucifer is something that I sometimes approach along with Catholic saints, because they are like a cult apart, resembling a lot to the worship of mythological ancestors. My view is very similar to that of the Deviant Witch and the Dreadful Mystic, and I won't extend this quite too much. The only difference that I have is the same that I explained about the Witch Father. Actually, to me, the devil and the Witch Father are synonyms. The difference is that they follow the usual belief that the Witch Father is one entity interpreted through different lenses, cultural lenses, and my belief is that the devil or the Witch Father is more like a role, and that role was acquired by different local entities, different wild men of the woods, different goatish entities, etc., local to the witches of a particular territory. So I think it's more a common role and not a common figure. Now, another point that I want to address is the witches don't believe in the devil. I think that's a big movement. Historically, witches have always believed in the devil. Witch, the term witch itself, appears in or after the medieval times, and from that moment the devil was there. So as a folkloric fairy entity, or as the angelic creature fallen from grace, witches have believed in the devil. Earlier witches believed in the folkloric entity of woods, etc. Sorry. And later witches in Satan, if you want to put it that way. But they have always believed in the devil. And not only tortured witches that you say that they were forced to say that. Isabel Gaudi was never tortured, and she mentions the devil in her spell to shapeshift into a hare. So that's first. Historical witches believed in the devil. You don't have to believe in the devil, and you don't have to work with the devil. But saying that the devil is not a witch's thing, that's a completely different thing. Also, I want to say that satanic witches, Luciferian witches, are witches too. So if we complain that Christians distorted pagan beliefs and they were very twisted about our beliefs, we shouldn't do the same to satanic witches and Luciferian witches. We shouldn't distort their beliefs, say that they believe in evil and we don't have anything to do with them. They're evil and we're not like them. We believe otherwise. We believe in all the gods. No. We may believe in all the gods, but they don't worship evil. Their versions of Satan and Lucifer aren't that of the root of all evil. So don't be like that. Just explain the difference, but don't be a dick again. This is more of a question rather than affirmation. Pantheists, some animists, they say they believe in a soul's oneness, one universal mind, from which the gods are egregorian avatars of. So they believe the gods exist because human minds have shaped these avatars for the one higher energy or whatever. So my question is, how can you say witches don't believe in the devil if you have such belief? Because if you have such belief, if Odin is not Odin but an avatar of that oneness, because people believed in Odin, how can the devil not exist? I mean, many people believe in the devil, so hence, to your belief system, the devil should exist, or that's how I understand it, which doesn't mean that you have to work with it, but should exist by popular belief, shaping these universal things. So if someone has an explanation for this, I would be more than grateful of hearing it. And last but not least, I would like to address something about hell more than the devil. I hear many witches say that they don't believe in the devil, not only because is a Christian thing, which, as I said, is not completely true, but also because they don't believe there's a God with a heaven as a prize and a devil with a hell as a punishment, because paganism doesn't gives prize of punishment, sorry. And come on, guys, I'm sure you have read differences between the other world of different pagan cultures. You can't tell me that from the 9 worlds of lore, of Norse lore, from which at least one is the destiny of the dead, it's equal all of these destinations. You can't say me that you see equally otherworldly or equally rewarding or equally punishing the Tartarus of Greek mythology with the Elysian fields of Greek mythology, and so on and on and on. I mean, it's not exactly like heaven and hell and you have to fulfill these rules, but there's a place for the most devious humans and there's a place for the most heroic humans. It is not necessarily a place for a soul. The thing that it is a spiritual thing that is going there and not like another physical existence, that's not clear, but it's clear that there's a place for punishment and there's a place for rewards to fallen heroes, to warriors, to chief saints, etc. So it's that's not a thing of the devil himself, but yeah, it's a thing that many pagan witches say about as one of the arguments of why they don't believe in the devil, beyond being a Christian thing. So come on, guys, I mean, paganism doesn't have a hell, but it indeed has a place ruled by certain darker entities or deities that is for punishment, or lighter deities that are for rewards. So that's my take on everything. Please now tell us what you think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see each other next week, and Slania.